Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Today is a brand new day in Liberia. So let's start it right and see how far we can go. Okay, hello again, hello, everybody. This is the African Actions Network to a radio, television, and of course, we're going into to a communication and consultancy. We're going to be coming out soon with that. We want to say thanks to all of you. And again, let me say to all of you, happy New Year. Today is the beginning of 2024, a brand new year. And it is important to start discussing what is important to life. And then we go into the four activities of the year. Well, to those of you who supported us to a radio, the African Actions Network, since the initial stage of it, especially last year, 2023, we want to say we appreciate each and every one of you who have been following to the radio, who have been making comments, who have been having discussions on the platform. We think the platform is all yours and you have the opportunity to take advantage of it. Speak out now. Don't wait until you say, oh, I knew I would have talked about it. It's time to talk. When you are living, you have life in us. Your purpose on this earth uh, is that you should add meaning to life, not just your life, but to many other lives. Those who are around you, it could be your relative, could be your friends, could be somebody that you don't know from nowhere. You can add meaning somewhere, somehow. And sometimes, words are spirit, words I met or I intended to change lives, or words are meant to build society, to build individuals. So sometimes you just need a word. Sometimes you just need a word. A word could be inspiring. A word could be um, prepared or something that could help to change your life around. But if you don't have the right words, you don't have the right people that you can listen to, you listen to wrong wordings every day, you run into serious problem. Well, today I want to look at the issue. Today is New Year Day, right? And the years for some other people in other part of the world, they are already run into the second day of the year, right? But for us in America, we just it's about 7:50 here. Around 7:50, like in Liberia, they just jump into the second day of the new year. I mean January 2nd. But for us in America, this is still January 1st. So we're still in New Year Day. But what I want to ask you is, New Year is here. What are your plans for this year? What are your expectations, your desire for 2023, for 2024 rather? So I'm asking myself, and I want to ask you too, did you retrospect on your life? Do you ask yourself the questions that you don't want to ask yourself? Did you look at your own life to know where you are going wrong, why some of the problems are? What can you look at? What can you fix? What can you pray God for? You know yourself, you can retrospect and ask yourself, so know why this is me. This is my life. This is where I've gone wrong. This is where I think it's not right with me. And I posted on my Facebook page because it is important. If you don't have to be me that asking this question, but if you are a thinking person, you'll be asking yourself, why am I alive? Several other persons gone. Why am I still here? So we ask you, you must retrospect, you must re-look at your life, look back and see where you come from. And that's the best way you can do to self-evaluate. And then you can have a better mind in approaching the challenges of life. I said on my Facebook page, I said, Ellen was talking to me, and I said, many a times people always want all of the blessings to come from God. But think about it. Uh, have you taken medication before? They tell you say the expiration date is dead. Even food, you go in the commissary, or you go in the supermarket or shopping centers and whatever you call it, and then you go pick out a can of milk and say, well, the expiration date is this. But have you given it a thought? Do you know you have an expiration date yourself? Yes, you do have an expiration date. You just don't know the date. I have the expiration date. I just don't know the date. True or false? Yes. We all, every living being, we all have expiration date. You know what I'm asking this question? Do you know your expiration date? Or do you know in the first place that you have an expiration date? Many persons don't want to hear reality, and that's the problem with many human beings. And I don't blame anybody. Okay, I'm a Christian, right? And I said to myself, I'm not sure. In fact, it's written, God was not willing to die, but he had to. But God, for him, he knew that he had to die. But he wasn't willing. On the cross, his even eyes said, Lord, if this can pass over me, right? But I'm asking myself, how long am I going to live on the face of this earth? How long God has me here for? Sometimes we think it is within our own mind, the way we take care of ourselves, the way we conduct ourselves, the way we do things. We just think that it is our own life that carrying us through. No, it's not true. Think about it. Sometimes there are people who are very healthy, and just strangely you hear, oh, this person has died. There are people who have money. Sometimes you suddenly hear, say, oh, this person has died. There are people who have resources. Sometimes they say, hey, this person has died. But the other way around, there are people who are died poor but live longer than people who even have money. Why? In my own analysis, my own thought, my own thinking, it's all because every human being, I'm sure during the date of creation, some of us who are believers, if your file is open, you will know when you were created, the time you born, the time you were made. So why do you think there's no time set for you to die? When that time comes, you can avoid it. You can stop it. You don't even know about it. You don't know how you're going to leave. You don't know how you're going to come. So every day we have a retrospect. And that's my message for all my friends that I love so dearly. There are other of us. I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking about even my very self here. Let us retrospect. Let's look at our life. Let's look back. Let's see where we are. And then we can have an honest prayer. We can ask God justly, Lord, here I am. My life has not been well. I give all to you. Search me. Make me what I have to be. Mold me. Make me the new person in this 2024. Whatever the plans are, Lord, can you add another year? Can you give me another time? Can you give me another chance? Those statements will come from a realistic mind. While we having fun fair, New Year's Day, Christmas Day, people think it's time to drink, time to do all of the things in our human way. We should do it. But do you know, yes, whether we like it or not, some persons, their expiration date is in this year, 2024. You can avoid it. We can pray. Now that's the problem of us, some of us religious people. We don't People want to pray to live for the rest of their life, which is not possible. It's not possible. No human being has ever lived beyond maybe, I don't know, besides the olden days. But let's talk about today's world. No one has lived up to 125 years. I don't know, maybe, even that number, calling that number is so close, right? So, in essence, no one came in this world to live forever, and we don't even understand this the purpose of this life. It's that we all find ourselves in this bubble and we go the running cycle. You're born today, you die tomorrow, you're born today, you die tomorrow. Most of us can now count about 5 generations backward and remember our full father, our great grandparent. We don't know them. We don't even have information on them. We only read boys say, oh, came the Africans, oh, he came from the Mali Empire, he came from this place, he came from that place. That's all we will say. We have no idea how our forefathers came about, what they did, whatever they did. There's no historical account. But we are all in cycle, going from one point to another. So I was asking myself, I said, okay, you know what? I want to ask all of my good friends on social media. Did you retrospect your journey to 2024, where you come from? You are 30 years, 31 years, and you're 40, you're 41 years, you're 50, you're 51, you are 60, 61, and vice versa, all the way upward to whatever your age is. And ask yourself, how did I reach this far? So, did you retrospect? Did you look backward and see where you come from? Did you check yourself and say, you know why? Because I do not know my aspiration there. I need to just be careful, and not just about me. We only just need to be careful and say, well, this is a new day. I'm thankful that I'm here. But the opportunity we have to be here, that's the reason why we should think critically and ask ourselves the hard questions and adjust ourselves. Like I said on one of my posts, nothing in this world is promised to anybody. Nothing. I saw some young people today where the other one said, I want to smoke weed. So I look at the child, I say, wow, this child is so excited because today is New Year, right? So I wish I had the time to talk to this child and tell them, how many people have gone through the age you have right now. So I want to smoke weed. I said, anyway, I know that in America you don't go around, you don't meld into people's situation like that. So the child passes by, and those things just added to my thinking. When I see the kind of activity, I start thinking so differently, and I say, okay, this is a world. This is how you have different kinds of people in this world, different kinds of human beings. Some people really don't care. As long as the day comes about, they can wear some. Another lady I saw, oh my God, Jesus have mercy. She was practically undressed, wear clothes and showing all of the body and all of the stuff. And, I was asking another senior friend a few hours ago. We were just having some casual discussion. I was talking about saying, why do people die? What happened afterward? And we started from some religious discussion. That's how we came to the topic. So I was thinking, I said, you know why? This world is just a place that we find ourselves. We do not understand this place. We do not know what this world is all about. We eat it, right? Maybe you live in somewhere, it's okay, I live in Broad Street. I live in Liberia. I'm living in West Africa. I'm living in America. That's what we're going to say. But trust me, by the time that trouble comes, I call it trouble because that's what I call death, right? It creeps on everyone at a different time, different location, different places, in different situations. So we have to be retrospective of our lives and be able to adjust ourselves and think about our tomorrow, after this life. Somebody said, why will you worry about after this life when you don't know what's going to happen on the other side? Because you don't know, that's what that gives reason to worry, right? And I told somebody before, I said, you know what? There's nothing wrong of being so careful and be concerned about the after this life than being reckless and don't care about after this life. Two things will happen, right? And let's be practical and leave some of the religious thing aside and be a little bit practical. Let us assume that you died and you end up somewhere. You died in this life differently on the other side, and you have misused all of your life here. You are given everything for the pleasure of this world. Then you see something different. Then it's like a regret for eternity because you're not going to reverse death. You can't go, you spar by the time you see something, you say, no, let me go by the earth. No. But then you open your eyes on the other side, you're gone. So whatever on the other side, you will fix it, right? That's the reality of life. And we all have to fix the reality of life. You can pretend about it. If your date is set for this year, you can trust me. Sometimes you say people think differently most often, and I don't blame anybody. It's because the entire world is like a miracle. The universe is like a miracle. I follow science most of the time, right? I'm a Christian, but I love the science. Because guess what? There's so much information they provide about the world. So I like to read the sciences and follow those innovative people of the world. You know, and sometimes we don't want to appreciate this kind of situation. We close our eyes to it and don't want to even think about it. No, but it's real. It's real. The science. I mean, there's a lot of revelation. A lot of things are happening. You know, so you can't sit and pretend like it's like somebody sick and get a serious terminal illness, which you just can't survive from it, and and then you still want to be pretending that no, you know why this thing is this thing is this. Now I had to be very careful because people feel like when saying the kind of thing that I mean you don't have faith, but it's not about faith yet. It's not the thing I'm talking here. I'm talking about real practical life that every human being will have to die one day. Whether you have faith or whatever, when God appointed you, who have faith more than Christ Jesus? Those of you who are Christian, who have faith more than Jesus? But Jesus was always retrospective and always focused on his journey. I remember when Peter, right, when the Roman soldier came to take some other action, Peter took his stuff, like cut the ear, right? Jesus was said, well, I mean, Peter is doing well, right? This guy, I mean, he's a good security man fighting for me. Oh no, the man knew his own purpose. He knew you had to die. So he got vexed with Peter, right? So in short, what I'm saying to you all is look, live your life as much as you can, but you always remind yourself those who have died is not by joy that they left this world, but it's purpose. As long as you're living, you have to die one day. But the message here is if you are not retrospecting on your life to adjust yourself, when those situations come, it's a regret, right? It's a regret. But every time you retrospect, you see some of the challenges, you see some of the problems. Even when you pray again, say, oh God, I think this is my weakness. Father, forgive me for this thing I've done. So retrospecting puts your life in a proper perspective. It makes you to sit and think and adjust yourself. Not to pretend I know why I mean nothing can happen to me. I'm so careful. Let me be careful. Jensen will say I'm careful. The water I drink, I really want to know the water I drink. In fact, in America, so I see some water say in a bottle, bottle that I buy, I ask myself a lot of questions about it, especially when it tastes a little different. There's some community I go that I'll buy water from there. Right? So it's not about pretending about your life to say nothing can happen. No. You have an expiration date. It's on your file. It's stamped on your file. When that time comes, you can't avoid it. The only person who has the power to change the label on your expiration is God. you know, Like some they say some of the African store, right? When the goods have expired and then they are not making that money, they find a way and change the label on the goods and put a new label on it to where if it look like okay, well, they just brought the goods in the country newly. So the expiration date is changed to another time. Maybe it was like January 1st, and January 1st has come. Then maybe like last night or last few weeks in 2023, they changed the label of those goods. Instead of saying December 31st, 2023, maybe they will say December 31st, 2024. Right? So you're the buyer when you go in the store, you just see that, oh, okay, this is not expired. I can buy it. So the only person who has the right to change the label in our files, is God. He can change the label. He can change our expiration date. But still, we don't know it. Even God can decide to change it. We don't know it, right? Maybe my expiration date was 2024. God said I will change it with Jensen because Jensen's life, he has conducted his life such a way. I'm going to change his label. So maybe what? 20 what? 20 what? 2099 or whatever? Maybe. Okay. But God knows my expiration date. The key here is you have your task to perform. When you retrospect, you adjust your own life and you give God a chance to work on your behalf. But if you're not honest with yourself, that's my concern for my friends, my loved ones. If you're not honest with yourself, you cannot get down to offer the very good prayer for yourself in the first place. At least to talk about praying for somebody else. If you're not honest, you're not going to pray sincere prayer for people. When you're honest, sometimes you reach a point. You will come to a point in life, you know your time is coming. Some people will be very lucky to come to that point and know this thing is not, I'm not going to come through this. And then you don't pray empty prayer. You always pray, say, God, if this is not, you see on the cross, what did Christ say? If this is possible, let it pass over me. Can we all pray that? If it is possible, let this pass over me. Let this pass over me. If not, remember me. Remember my soul. That's something I was thinking about. So, oh my God. If not, let it be, Lord. you know. If not, if not, if not, let it be. How many of us will even pray and come to that point and say, Lord, I know you are there for me. You're always there. You always protect me in this kind of situation. But Lord, this 2024, I want to be the best. I want to prosper. I want everything. But if not, if my aspiration is, Lord, let it be. Then you say, what a man, even a Christian life, that's not straight talk. No, you don't die. You have to be sincere with yourself. In this world, there are people who died at 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, and God keep carrying all of us. And not that because we are good, right? No, because we are good. Christ, his time on this earth was limited. He had a purpose on his life. And I just feel that everybody in this world have a purpose. Your purpose will not be, maybe some other purpose just include helping me, right? And that person come and perform that task, that person is out of my life. And maybe my purpose sometimes is to help somebody. And sometimes you help people say you don't even know why you're doing it. Sometimes it's just the least that you have when you help somebody. It's just part of your plan. When sometimes those tasks are performed, you see sometimes people step away, other people come into your life, those kind of a journey. So it's like the world in totality, we don't understand it. We're not going to understand it in full. People are researching, people are reading, people are getting information, but sometimes it becomes so complex that you cannot understand where you find yourself. Even how far we came here. For example, this our young friend, Thomas Donald, right? The tax collector in Liberia. You think Thomas Donald was even lack of any money? No, no. There's someone who was collecting taxes, right? I'm not saying he was unscrupulous, but he was living his life. I mean, he had means of getting money. Even he never had, he had means to get credit from anywhere. But you have means somebody could look and give you some free money. But let's think about it, right? He's gone. And that happened before even the end of the year. Hmm? You think Thomas Donald was thinking about that? No, he was not thinking. I don't know his Thomas, I know Thomas personally, but I don't know his religious background. So I wouldn't talk much about him. But what I'm saying, I'm sure he was careful. Even though we heard that he was sick, whatever happened, whatever the situation is. But all I'm saying to you, even if somebody will kill you, when you are retrospecting and adjusting your life, in fact, none of us should even be afraid to be dead. You can pray and ask God for everything. If God, let me tell you something. If God time has not reached, and you suppose there's a particular car, let's say for example, there's a car that moves from point A to point B, and that car will be involved in an accident. And God knows that you're not supposed to die within that time frame. Two things will happen. He will either tell you something, maybe for some reason you might have forgotten your key or you may have done something, or even just by time. So let's say for example, right? I believe in this very seriously. Sometimes you wake up in the morning, you want to leave your house, right? Sometimes your mind is telling you certain things and you're judging yourself. So you spend some little time finding the very thing that you're looking for. Let me tell you something. I was going to church on Sunday, right? I had $10. I had some money from, but I had $10 laying in a particular place. I saw this money. For whatever reason, that money, I don't know whether I took it out, whatever, but that money, when I got ready, I wanted to take that money and add it to my offering to go to church, but I looked, that money was gone. Not gone, but I think I misplaced it somewhere. I have not found that money yet, but I think I misplaced it somewhere because I was the only person in the room. So I know for sure that money is somewhere else. But I just relocated it. But what the sense is, I delayed in the house. I was in the house standing around looking for that stuff. I just couldn't find it. But you know what my mind tells me? Time. Time. Everything that happened in this world happened on time. If there's an accident from here to Broad Street, it happened within certain time. If God want to avoid me from an accident that's supposed to happen between this time to this time, from here to Broad Street, and I'm going Broad Street, they will cause something that will cause or that will delay me from not getting involved in an accident. Right? Oh yeah, these are the reality. So in short, if and only if you are retrospecting on your life, reminding yourself about the things of this world, the evil, the things you have done, and ask God for forgiveness on a serious note, God ready to forgive you. He's the only person that can change the label on us. So you know what? I should allow you to go to 2024, but because you are honest, you are sincere with yourself, 2024, you will enter 2025, right? But again, if you're not honest, maybe God will say, then my man, you're not doing plenty in this place. You think I see you. You be doing that, doing that. The one here, this one that is a cut up point. It's already on your file, right? So today conversation is just a natural discussion here. And I think it's just for the purpose of our living in this world. How do you look at it? You think you're going to live perpetually? No. There's a label on you. Your expiration date is marked. It's on your file. Mine is on my file. I don't know it. Hmm? I don't know it. I'm talking to my children and I say, why you be saying no one right? I don't know it. But hey, guess what? I have my time. My time is in God's hand. The only thing I do every time is pray and say, God, I don't know the unknown. So stand with me, send angels to be with me every time, direct my path. That's all I can do. Nothing more than that. I look into my own record. If I know there's something that is wrong with me, I must be very sincere with me. Sometimes I look at it and say, no, this thing I'm doing is wrong. I should not do it. I should not be doing it. Even though I did it, but I should not be doing it. So I catch myself and I chastise myself. I look within myself and say, this is where I think I'm going wrong. When you do the kind of thing to yourself, even if the unexpected happen, I mean, you're safe. Yeah, you're safe. But if you're doing the wrong, you know it's wrong, and you keep doing the wrong thing, something happens, guess what? You're not safe. Right? You're not safe. So you start worrying yourself. Oh my God, maybe on your sick bed, you worry so much. All the things that you have done before, the thing, this and that, all of those stuff. So, and sometimes it gets so late. Sometimes we get involved into all kinds of stuff and we get caught up into it. Hmm? I'm talking about Liberian Civil War, right? You know how many people got killed because of few people decision. Few people, their decision sent a lot of people to the early grave. And people think living life is all about being at the top of everything. I'm a millionaire, I'm the decision maker, I'm this, I'm that. But in the final end, this ground for all of us. Or they say you don't want to go on the ground, you want people to incriminate you, then of course they go put you on the fire, they burn you up, they tell you actually they put it whatever you want to put it, they put it there. Now what you want to do it. Other than that, the ground for all of us. That's where we all belong. Whether you millionaire, whether you are the big scientist, whether you are the how you call it, the man who the handsome color, the most beautiful woman, and all of those stuff, and whatever the case is, this ground for all of us. We will all go there. And I said again, we all have our label with us. We don't know it, but it's been marked, our expiration date. So this New Year Day, I just want to talk to my friends on social media, my people that I love so highly. You know, we all must be prepared to examine our own lives and say, you know what, I think this 2024, it will be good because I think I'm treading on the right path. But somehow we don't even care. I've come across people who really don't care. Some people do things that even they don't have. People do things sometimes that they don't have conscience, right? Sometimes just see what is wrong and look at it and say, well, I think this is wrong. And sometimes you want to convince other people that what you think is wrong is wrong. Sometimes people disagree with you. Sometimes people go so bitter with you. They think like you are against them. When in actuality, that's not the case. So in short, this is just a short video. This is my own way of saying Happy New Year to you, all of you guys. Have you taken your time to look backward and see where you come from? Some of the things that we have in our closets. Every one of us have something wrong some way, somehow. And then you come to the point where you say, Lord, remember me. I'm not an angel. Just remember me. Forgive me. Remember me. And then you start a new journey for 2024. Have you done that? If you haven't done that, I just want to ask you, all of us should do it. I'm not only you, I'm talking to my very self. Hmm? There are angels that will stand with us when we are doing the right thing and they will carry us through. When we want to go through some fire, they will pull us back. Say, don't go this way. It's not good for you. But do we even know that? Do we know that there are angels, there are creatures? When I say creatures, no, I think I'm not being too in a very serious way of looking at this life. When the wind blows, There's some situation the wind blows. Sometimes you're in a room, right? Sometimes you see, like I was in my room one time, midnight I was sleeping. For no reason, my door was like something hit it, right? Just hit it. And it just like somebody forcing the door to close it. When those things happen sometimes, sometimes there are some things that happen. Even you tell people, they will feel like you either like when you're going Zaga, right? You're going crazy or something happening to you. So people think that way, right? But some things happen to you. There are real strange things that happen to people in this world. Strange things. And I have had my own experience. I had an accident in 2017. I never thought I would have survived that accident. I had no broken body, nothing the kind, with some other serious little internal stuff that I just took care of. But that's the worry. And if I would have died 2017, what would have happened to me? I'd be gone, right? By this time, maybe the only people who are benefiting from me every night are my children. I said, oh my, I wish my father wouldn't be here. Yeah, I wish my dad wouldn't be here. That's what people will say. But God, I know my purpose. Maybe some of my purpose is to talk to you. Those of you listening, maybe some of my purpose is to, okay, you know what? Jesse has to talk to somebody down the line. So he needs to still be around here. So we keep it up. Twitter radio is on. It's all for everybody. You want to have your voices heard. We believe that it's time for that. We can't be part of the universe and think we're going to sit and forget ourselves. So once again, I say happy New Year to each and every one of you. It's my pleasure to see all of you in the brand new year. It's my pleasure to wish you all a prosperous year. It's my pleasure that all of us, will cross into 2025. But hey, if not, if not, let God remember us. Yes. If not, let God remember us. But we can pray. We know God is able to do anything, can change anything. God is the only person who can change what even is not known to him. But I was closer to ending our life on this face and say, why this person has lived this life, I will continue to extend his life. So let all of us keep looking at ourselves. Let's forget about too much materialism, physicality. I'm so beautiful. I'm a handsome man. Oh, you see them, they start bluffing others and start doing things out of the way. Oh, I'm a millionaire. I have X millions of dollars, you know. And sometimes you see how people live this world. We just will ask all the questions in our own mind. Sometimes some people die not because other people don't. Maybe somebody said God doesn't give directive for anybody to die. But why if God doesn't want you to die? Is there anything in this world that can stop it? That can make it happen? Even the devil want to destroy Job at the time he wanted to. God doesn't approve it. What happens? Even Jesus would die. If God didn't want Jesus to die, God would send down angels, right? And destroy the entire world. But Christ died. So much more about you and myself. Oh, two superhuman beings? No, we are not superhuman beings. We have to face the reality as we go about our daily living. If Christ came and he went through his own brutal experience, and he was killed, much more about you and myself. We have to think about these things every day. Many of us are older than the time Christ lived for. We have crossed that 30 years mark. Some of us. Have we achieved everything that we were given this earth for? No, not yet. When that time comes, God going to say, okay, thank you so much for what you did. Job well done. It's time to leave. And sometimes even if the job is not done, and maybe you feel that okay, you just cannot complete the task, other people complete it, job well done, or whatever. So in a very serious way, this Christmas, not Christmas, this New Year, it is my hope and prayer that we all will look at ourselves very deeply. All of my friends, no exception, whether you are an African, you are from Europe, you're from India, whatever, all of my friends, whatever you are, let's take a, you don't have to be a Christian, right? But just this word by itself, have a retrospection of your life. You can live a better way. You can cover some of the mistakes, and I'm not talking to you guys, I'm talking to my very self here. Let's take stock of our lives and see what we all want short. And then we'll be able to sit and imagine where we'll go next. Sometimes some common decisions suffer all of us. Some decision. And when you don't have a thinking head sometimes, some decision you take, it just causes some major problem for you. We all are victim of that. So that's why decision we have to think through decisions. Mhm. So that's my way of saying Happy New Year to each and every one of you on my page. As long as you are on my page, sometimes these hard conversations are not good for certain people. They feel you're wishing evil every time. It's not evil, my friend. People dying every day. People are born every day. We that are living, the ages we have reached, it's time to rethink. Let's think through our decisions, our lives, and look at things and say, well, you know why? We can go this far. I can change this thing around. I think this thing I've done was wrong. I need to adjust it. Let me look in a different direction. Let me see what can I find. Let me be honest with myself so that when that time comes, I will not be blaming myself, be looking into my own life and say, oh my God, I wonder this thing I did was wrong. Everything is wrong. Is wrong. It's good that we look at ourselves, look into your life, and ask yourself the hardest question. That's the retrospection I'm talking about. Why? Because you have a label on you. Your expiration date is marked, is known by God who created you. When that time comes, you can't avoid it. You don't know it. So you're not even going to say, okay, you know why? Like, for example, if somebody told you, you know what, 2024 not for you, that's the time I'll be more careful, right? Maybe I'll be praying, I'll be going to the church every day and say, oh, you know what, God forgive me, do that, do that, do that. But because I don't know it, sometimes I say, no, go to hell. I want to live careless and other things. No, because I don't know it. That's why maybe I'm a little careful. I don't care though. Anything that happen, that happen. I want to live because what life is good to live, right? But yeah, but the unknown, we don't know it. So what do? We take care. We just be careful. That's all. The unknown, and that's the danger of life, right? You don't know what's gonna happen. You know when it will happen, but it will happen one day. It will thing you don't know when. A lot of philosophers and people of wisdom who lived in this world before, and they were always thinking about life in totality. Even today, science, people are still discovering where life came from, beyond the biblical concerns and all that stuff. So you have the life, you know where it came from, besides where God created all of us. So how where does life goes is an argument today in the world. People of different faith, different backgrounds, people think differently about it. See, it doesn't matter where you find yourself, whether you are a Muslim or Christian or Buddhist or whatever you find yourself. You just need to be just and right with yourself. Mhm. So, guys, that's my way of saying Happy New Year again. I keep saying this because I'm really happy to see all of you around me and say thank you so much. It was a pleasure listening to my in my own ugly way of thinking sometimes. I think out of the box sometimes. And so I think out of the box, oh God, this is a 2024. Everybody is like, I was in the street right last night. I drove in the street and I saw people. Some people attitude can just make you ask some questions. Oh my God. Even if I were taking that picture, I wouldn't have posted it. That was an awful. You drive, sometimes you see a lot of things. And that's how you ask yourself some of these hard questions. You know, life is good. It's good to be careful. For example, what meaning do anyone has undress yourself and then you take uh, a transparent, I don't know what I should say, even say transparent, it's not even transparent. You take some low net looking clothes and put it on yourself, and that's all you have on you. Then you proud to walk in the street. Jesus of Nazareth. You proud to walk in the street with that. What a human being does that? If it is not some mental issue, at least he just say you get in the street. I just maybe better but my share. I mean, maybe I tear all part of it and just cut all on it. Then I get in the street or my trouser. Maybe I just put a net, not even on a I just put a net on me. Then I get in the street. I'm walking. Is that normal? No, it's not. But you can talk. Freedom, choice that people make, the decision that people make is their life. I don't like it. I drive the other way and go. Okay. So, guys, that's how I want to end my conversation here. This is the African Action Network, the two-way radio. We've been coming up with some other stuff. I said it before. Let me say it again. There's an app coming up soon. Not app. There's a chat box coming up very soon. I'm almost done with it. That chat box, I think, should benefit the legal community in Liberia. Not just in Liberia, but anyone who's concerned about researching the laws of Liberia, they should take advantage of that. That chat box will be out soon. And I tried to put it out, but it's not complete yet. You go there, it's out already. In fact, there's a website that's coming up. But that website we just primarily I want to use the chat box for that website. I still have a few things to do on that chat box. That chat box, trust me, it's amazing. That's why I'm taking my time to get it properly done. It's almost done. In fact, it's out, but few things have been the speed of it. I'm not satisfied with it, so something I had to work on very seriously. But the chat box, I will demonstrate it right on the platform so that those of you who have interest can begin to try it and experience it. All right. That chat box you got to tell you. Just simple thing. The word is simple. Some of you sitting down, take advantage, learn artificial intelligence. You got means to go learn about deep learning, machine learning, do those things for yourself because the world is not reversing, it's moving forward. There are things right now, even like the broker government is coming in. You can't live in the old age. We hear broker coming here, those old people, the executive mansion. Those things we're going to be talking. Those are another thing we're going to keep talking about. All right, because we all need to caution broker before he even put out his first list. Liberia is not behind. I mean, you're not living the ancient time. So somebody will hear me, oh, you want to get old people to the executive mansion, all those things. This time around, you don't know about artificial intelligence, that means behind time. I don't want to be with anybody who just sit down and just don't think about, what the world is moving towards. I want to keep conversation with somebody who will be challenging me, not somebody who will be telling me, carrying backward, something I don't supposed to be thinking about. A conversation should be people who will tell me, say, oh, you see, do you know that? Have you heard about this? And then you challenge me because guess what? I don't want my brain to be dead. Why on my head? My head is on my shoulder, but I get dead brain in my head because I don't think straight. I don't think beyond myself. I don't think about the things that move in the world around. Nobody should live this time. I mean, everything is left easy. Everything's easy. If you never learn how to write before, there's easy way of writing. Then why don't you learn those things? Why don't you take advantage of it? Why don't you? The phone you get is not for calling or texting or talking craziness. It's people are using the phone for very good purposes. So why don't you follow suit? Hmm? You have people who are researchers in offices, and yet somebody say Liberia it's not time for Liberia news or how you call it, uh, um, Zoom. I asked my, are you killing me? A young man telling me no kind of thing. That be not good for Zoom. Then what kind of software you gonna use if you don't even think about Zoom? Zoom is the easiest thing I'm thinking about. So how do you a young man should be telling you know what? This chatbot was created for the government or government official to start using. We'll create a chat box for all ministers to work within this thing. You're not thinking about those things. You're talking about okay, you know what, Laberto, not wait for Zoom yet because get what? Because you don't want to learn, or maybe you think say you don't want to go say it's talking all crap. They better try to fall in line. Some of you people, because if you don't take interest in the thing, you don't want to send other young people abroad to learn. Because you already start condemning it, you're not going to advocate for young people to go abroad to learn. You should be thinking very seriously. How can young people join the community of innovation, and be able to help that little country someday? Or everything want to depend on Americans, right? People might can be spoon feeding you. When you should be doing see Ghana. Ghana has stolen Liberia's role. Liberia should have been in the limelight of discussing African embracing, other Black Africans from around the world. I listened to Ghana video, and I'm hearing how people who came from here they went to Ghana and Ghanaian gave them land. Black folks, someone that have built and paying taxes to the Ghanaian government. They are advocating for other Black Africans who are living all part of the world. Then you sit and you think what you have is the best. No, it's not. It's not. So they encourage other young people. You use money. You're seeing young people abroad to go to land. Hmm? Yeah, that's how it is. So the chat bar will be out. Definitely chat. You see, when a Labrador, I love the artificial intelligence. A Labrador had the kind of open society. For example, even transportation. A car can just move very freely and all those things. I was asking myself, I can stay right here, for example, open a restaurant online, just a restaurant, just online, just do it. You can stay right here and run a restaurant in Liberia. With the kind of moving technology, stay right here, you operate a restaurant in Liberia. Or somebody get in that chat bar. And what do you want? You want cassava leaf, or you want potato grain, you want this one. You order your food, you get it there, you get car to go and pick up that food, go and drop it. Maybe, for example, you're working at Ministry of Finance, you can somebody, maybe there's a car around Cinco, just to do the just to stop at that Cinco, take out the food from whatever there, carry over there for lunch, somebody who I'm going to have lunch. These kind of things are happening. And people say they don't even know about these things. And somebody telling me, say, you can't use Zoom. Well, you don't use Zoom, what you want to use? You want to use how you call it, envelope and put your mail in it, you write your spit on it and go and put in mail to go. You want to keep thinking like the oldest time people, the people who were been living yesterday. In fact, what people say yesterday were thinking more than also. Honestly, I'm becoming to think very seriously. I think those who live like our forefathers, I think they were more smarter than us. The intelligence of those people. Think about the old man who had his village and were able to put people together and they were moving ahead. A bunch of people who will be condemning this kind of age. Somebody telling me say you can't use technology. I mean, I just sickening. You know. Again, that's why it is. That's why people are. We can't force anybody, right? But for me, anything I learn is for my. You know why? Like if I can build a chat box for myself, I feel proud of myself. I'm not doing it because I want somebody to praise me. I just feel like, sometimes I do this thing and me wrong and say, yes, I get it done. I'm good. I've done it. That's what I do for myself, right? I don't care. You don't know that, but I don't. I mean, so now when I'm using my OBS, when the OBS I'm using right now, right? So when I'm talking about OBS, somebody say, "Oh, OBS too difficult to learn." Those kind of thing. There's nothing that's going to be easy for you to learn if you don't put your mind to it. And so when you learn it, you just say, yeah. You know, when you really rejoice because of something, it renew your spirit. It put you in a better position. You feel like, yeah, I can do it too. My chat bar, I spend, if I tell you how long I sit down in my room, just to create a chat bar, I had to learn here, there, learn, before I get to create a chat bar. I'm not smart. I'm just curious, right? So you do the kind of thing there. Right now, what you can do, trust me, what I can do now, if like was an open-minded thing, I can sit there and serve the entire legislature. I can sit right in my room here and do research work for almost all of the, 103, right? 103 lawmakers just through the chat box. All I do is to put a chat box in there. Because somebody want to do research on what? Just go in the chat box and tell me, so, can you do me a research on this? Or you want to drive a legislation? Okay, just give me what you want to drive law legislation on, and I can do it to you in a split of time and just send it right back to you. Or you want to do something like what? Maybe you don't want to trust your communications, right? Which I wouldn't even want to worry myself on. Maybe you want to do some communication, like you say, well, I mean, do me a draft, letter to the Speaker of the U.S. Congress. That doesn't mean can't do it, right? But we're talking about a refined way of writing things. You can get it done and send it to you quickly, just like this. Who don't want to take advantage of that kind of thing? You're sitting a whole day long. That would mean even opinions of courts. You see that person, the other man, you're talking person, opinion of court. I tell you, somebody say, AI can write a better opinion than many other persons. I don't want to be very specific here now, So why don't you learn it? So that you can draft an opinion and edit and do whatever you want to do into these things. Those writers, those who have ideas, they want to write books. Easy way of writing books, easy. Easy way of writing books. Those of you who want to write articles, those of you who want to learn how to write, easy way of writing. But you don't want to learn because people think that, because they didn't, not that, I mean, sorry for the word, not that you don't want to learn, but those who sort of create the opportunity for you, they are not doing it. So yeah, the chat bar will be released. That chat bar is only for the legal community in Liberia. I want you to get in there and say, oh, how do I file a complaint? How do I do this? How do I do this? Law issue now, then you should get an instant answer. Maybe you're struggling with some argument, like for example, retirement of justices. You don't need to go somewhere else. Just go in that chat bar, okay? How does a justice get retired? Then you get a chat bar and say, okay, go to article, this thing, justices should retire because of blah, 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 blah. You get informed, you move on. You're not going to be looking for a book, like I want to find the Constitution and read it, and then understand it. No, you're not going to. All you have to do is go on that chat box and ask a question. You get answer, you move on. Let's say you're doing pleading, right? You have to go to court and all of those things. You have to go look for a book and be reading all of those things. Those things, life is so easy nowadays. It just left for you and myself to tread through the effort of those who have brought easiness to us all in this world. I'm still learning. But you can do it better than me if you put your mind to it. For me, I'm not smarter than most of you guys who go there, so you try to do something. Liberia is better. The children will enjoy life. The old people have benefit, and all of those stuff will happen. Honestly, the way I'm thinking, even though tellers are a different bank, they don't need to be there, and that's the world that's moving. Sorry, I'm going to another topic, right? My 1 hour is over. But these are things that, make me to feel that life is getting easier. Teller, you need teller? No, you don't need tellers. You don't need tellers in banks. All you do, create a chatbot and let everybody go on the chatbot. Just distribute the chatbot to all your customers. So when they want specific questions, some easy questions, they just go to chatbot. Like I know my bank balance, and somebody should that chatbot is a link that will tell you your bank balance. You don't need to go stand online to know all those stuff. Or you want some simple questions. You want to go ask a question. You should just go pick up your phone, man, and just go over there and just type. Oh, you know what? This is so thing. How can I get it? You get instant answer. You finish with that. You think about different thing about your life instead of going crying, go sit down for 3 hours to one point to another point. All of this stuff. People should be thinking. This Don't sit and pretend that you don't know what's going on in the world. Hmm? Don't sit and pretend that you don't know what's going on in the world. I don't. Honestly, I want to be around people who will help me to open my mind. I don't say that because someone will tell me, say, go look for some kind of a manual typewriter. No, I want to use myself when I be friendly said because take a manual typewriter. Maybe I'm not even answer yourself, just walk and part by you. But if you were able to tell me that, you know why? I need a software where I can simplify 100 pages to about 2 pages. Now I'll be curious. Oh, how are you going to do that? I'll be curious, right? Yeah, it's easy, it's possible. But because you don't want to learn, people after just eating the money. These are things they can do. Librarians are talented. People, smart people, but many people are not putting the kind of offer to people. Everybody out there, one or two we do the plenty talking. That's all we all do. At the end of the day, the nation is still down there. Can move forward. See how young people are struggling to make things happen. Even the AI putting advantage of it, right? I'm talking about chatbots. Oh yeah, I'm a chatbot going to be on. Honestly, and I'm serious about this. If Liberia was open up, I can stand right here and run a very big, effective restaurant. All I do is just tell people in the corners where to go and open restaurant. Just stay home. Just go in your home. Just go sit down there and do your cooking. You cooking Kazali, other person cooking this other person. So you sell the idea out to everybody. Get everybody gonna get an opportunity to get on the chat box. For next one, you say, why? I need how you call it? Potato greens, or cook me a pot of potato greens today. That's all I need for the week. Somebody to cook it, right? Or to cook it. The next thing is get a card, pick up potato green, drop it to whoever want it. You don't get money, you out. Why don't we find it easier? People doing that the easy thing. But they tell us in the bank. People complain about tellers in the bank. It's easy, right? Maybe we need to even penetrate that. Get to almost all the banks. Create chat box for all of these tellers, though the role that the tellers are playing. Allow the chat box to do those things. Yeah. Like the lawmakers or whatever, that's going to be my personal thing I want to do. I will send information out to them. I don't want to pay for anybody. The day you feel like you want to give me something, that's up to you. But I just want to do something. I just want people to be very active and do things. So I wouldn't mind. I mean, I just want to create a chat box just for, like use it like a cloud for legislature. Cover them up. Tell the other them, why? What do you want? Just go in there. You're working, just put it in there. We can help you to get it done. But guess what? Some people may want to be think that, this and that. No, we don't care for nothing. When you are very effective, it benefits society. That's one of our concerns, and we're going to go through that. Okay, guys, we want to say thank you so much. We might talk about that very soon, and we want to encourage every Liberian, take advantage of artificial intelligence. AI is in the world. It's not about this person, that person said it. It's true. We can take a day to write a book, a 100-page book, simply because of AI. I'm talking about a day, even a few hours, you can take it. The only thing is book production, publication, and take it processes. But to get a manuscript, you can take just even a few hours and get those things done. It's not magic, it's out there. But you're not going to pretend about it. You have to learn it. And the way you learn it, first thing, when people talk about AI, the first thing, for example, even if you learn about AI, what you doing, you start making research about it. That people take interest. Some people just want the word to drop their ears. I'm standing behind you, you have your technology, you have some low innovation. When you keep it going, you don't say it. When you say it to me, then I will capture that word. If I'm listening to radio, there are certain things you can say it. I see a drag in my ears, I write it down quickly. When I get on the first thing, I'm doing research about it and learn about it and move on it. So this is what it is. For most of you, you can make things better, not just like be even the business community. You can begin to do some other stuff and help everybody to move forward. That's an easy way of making life. Again, the primary purpose here is did you retrospect your journey to 2024? If you haven't done, give it a thought. Think about your own life and see how life goes. Okay? So we want to say again, thanks for those of you who've been watching us. It's a pleasure to have you always. This is 2024. Don't worry about your problem. Strive, fight hard to overcome your challenges. It's never going to be easy in this world, but that easy path that we all can take. Something that will not take you a year or two. But the more you start putting pressure on yourself, you can make the big difference. Okay? So that's how we want to say we are here every time. You have some concerns. Like I said, we're going to complete our um, website in our chat box. We'll put it out there. We're thinking about other directions too. We're going to do some other stuff. But we want to do the first thing first and launch it, and we'll go into other aspects. Those of you who have the idea, hey, everybody, so they can form a team, team of innovators. We start thinking about how to move into different aspects of society and make society better. There are other people who are doing America. Some people are making million dollars. So you put yourself together, you can do a lot of things. Okay. So yeah, that's how we want to come to the close of today's conversation. And it was a pleasure to have you. I'm James Johnson. This is the African Action Network to a radio. Okay. Thank you so much and have a pleasant and a wonderful week, first week of the year, 2024. All right? Yeah, that's how we want to say it.